So the Mushoku Tensei web novel ended in 2017, and the ending was not the end of the Mushoku Tensei universe's story, but it was the ending of Rudis' story. And while this was very unique, it leaves fans asking, when are we going to see the rest of the story? Well, the author said he is going to write another story in the Mushoku Tensei universe, but he said it's not a sequel, which has worried and confused a lot of fans. But worry no longer, because in the replies to this tweet, it was further explained that by not being a sequel, the author just meant that it wouldn't follow Rudis. So most likely this story will be the continuation of the main story of the Mushoku Tensei universe. So the next question is, when is it gonna start? Well, this series is going to start after two things happen. First, the author finishes the series he's currently working on, which is called Orc Hero Story. And second, it's going to start after the Mushoku Tensei anime concludes. And the timeline we have for this is 3 to 8 years. Now you're asking, what will it be about more specifically? Simple answer is we don't know exactly what it will be about. In fact, we only know a couple things about this series for sure. The first is that it takes place 80 years after the main series concludes, and the second is that Laura Greyrat will appear in the story. So now that we have our two givens, now is the part where we speculate. Let's start with the fact that we know it involves Rudis' daughter, Laura Greyrat. What do we know about Laura? First, we know that she's the savior the Dolia tribe were waiting for. And second, we know that she left home at the end of Mushoku Tensei Redundancy, looking for a place with a high concentration of mana, and she said she will come home with a boy. Now back to the other piece of information we know about the series, that it takes place in 80 years. What do we know about what is going to happen in 80 years? We know a couple of things. First, the biggest one probably is we know Lapis revives. Huge, big thing. The second is we know Shinohira Akito appears. So when we combine all the information, it would seem like this story would have Shinohira Akito as the main character with Laura as kind of a main side character, and the two would work together, I'm sure with a lot of the other characters we already know and love, to defeat Lapis, and following that, defeat Hitagami, providing the long-awaited conclusion to the story of the world of Mushoku Tensei. Regarding how Laura's search for a place with a high concentration of mana, and how she said she's going to bring home a boy fits into this story, I'm not entirely sure, and as for what impact a place with a high concentration of mana will have on the story, I have no idea. But for bringing home a boy, I do have a couple theories. First of all, I highly doubt the boy will be Shinohara Akito, because him and Nanahoshi are kind of like a preset thing. So the first and most simple theory is that she said she will bring home a boy when she left as kind of just a joke or to lighten the mood of her leaving. Honestly, this is probably most likely what she meant. The other option I can think of is that at some point she will meet the man who was the savior the Dolia tribe were waiting for in all of the other loops, and they will get together. Overall, it's very possible that nothing I speculated on in this video will happen, but with the information we have, I think this is a very solid theory on what the sequel series will be about. What do you think the sequel series will be about? Let me know in the comments. Please go and hit the subscribe button so you can see more fantastical anime content from yours truly. Thank you for watching, stay slippery, butter out.